Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 28-day yoga challenge. My name is Antoinette Solnik, and today is day 27 of 28 of our 28-day challenge. Today's practice is going to be an upper body practice. We will be using low and high weights. I will be specifically using low weights today. We'll also be using yoga blocks and a yoga mat. And so those will be our props for today. If you need something to pad your knees, please do that. If you need a chair so that you don't have to get down on the floor to be able to do some of the exercises or even hold on to something for balance, then that's a wonderful way to enhance your practice so that you feel strong and stable. All of our videos today will be, for the past 28 days, will be held on and stored on Sibley's YouTube page. And so you can access by either entering my first and last name, Antoinette Solnik, on the YouTube page, or going to Sibley Memorial Hospital and putting in Hopkins 28-day yoga challenge. There you'll also find, 2 years ago, we did a 21-day challenge. And so those classes are available for free to you all to be able to continue your practices together. Finally, on the announcements, we will be returning after tomorrow's last day of practice. We will be returning to Monday practices. Those will not be on Sibley's YouTube page, but will just be live every Monday from 5 to 6 on Zoom. And then for certain days, will be held both at Sibley and on Zoom. So please, if you do not have my email address, please check the chat box now, and you'll be able to access my email. Email me, let me know that you attended my class, and I'd be happy to be able to share with you further meeting information on when we're going to be practicing in the future. Thank you so much, and thank you to Johns Hopkins for supporting this practice today. I also wanted to dedicate today's practice to my girlfriend Tara, whose birthday it is today, and then also one of my dear friends, Dr. Jeff Zahn, who I will be doing our evening, our closing meditation will be on practical perspectivism, which is Dr. Jeff Zahn's work. And so I hope everyone enjoys this class together today. I'm going to go ahead and change the orientation of the camera. We will be going about 3 or 4 minutes over time. Thank you. So head down to your mats for what we call Sukhasana, sitting in your easy posture on your chair. And yes, Patricia, if you look in the chat box, the email is right there. And so that's Antoinette Solnik. It's, I think, asolnik1@jh.edu. You'll see that in the chat. All right, let's get going. So we'll sit in Sukhasana in our easy posture. And so as we sit in Sukhasana, I always encourage you that if you habitually put one foot in front of the other, that you switch it up. And so that's something that I even call my own self out on, so that way we can be able to experience a little bit of a different shape. Close your eyes if you feel safe to do that tonight. And if it doesn't, you just keep the gaze a few feet out in front of you. Take a good deep inhale in, feeling the expansion of the chest, and an exhale out. If you have trouble inhaling and exhaling and feeling that expansion, you can always take one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. That allows you to feel the beating of the heart, but also that rise of the chest on the inhale. And then also on the exhale, it allows you with the other hand to take the navel back toward the spine. So we encourage, as we move through our practice, and I will continue to cue you to engage your core as we work through our upper body exercises. So let's start off with 3 cleansing breaths to come into our practice, coming into the now as we inhale in deeply and exhale out to release. Inhaling, arriving on our mats, and exhaling, letting go. Inhaling, feeling the rise of the chest and the expansion of the belly, hold it. And then exhale, let the navel come back to the spine, engage everything, abdomen, and engage your pelvic floor muscles if you want to go there tonight. Open up the eyes now. Let's take our hands down, do a little bit of stretching before we start working on our weights. Inhaling as we rise, reaching up with our arms, good deep inhale. Exhale down, push the energy down. Inhaling to rise, reach and extend. And then exhale, we're going to twist over to the left side. Right hand to that left knee. The left hand is right behind us. We're rooting down with that left hand, looking over toward the left side of the room. We're twisting from our abdomen. Take that good belly breath, just like we were talking about before. Inhale, let the belly expand like a balloon. Exhale, take the navel back toward the spine and see if you're able to twist over and take a look over that left shoulder a little bit more. So as we come into these twists, it's amazing for the digestive system. I'll let somebody else in. Inhale as we rise the arms up. And then exhale, we're going to twist over to the right side. So as you twist over to the right side, left hand to that right knee, right hand right behind you, we push the torso up, take a good belly breath as you let the belly expand, and then contract back with the navel back toward the spine. Take a look over that right shoulder. So you're twisting again from the core. You're starting to really sense and see what's happening in that core. Inhale as you reach up and extend. Exhale out halfway. So W shape the arms, start to take the shoulder blades back together as you open up, and then reach out and extend, like you're going to give someone a giant hug. Make fists with the hands to create tension, and then flare the hands out. Start to fan the hands in. So we're just stretching here and moving, engaging our minds and our breath together. Reach out. Exhale as we come back together. Good deep inhale. Take a look up with gratitude for this day, this practice, and then exhale, bring it together. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reaching out. And exhale. On the inhale, come up, out, and then come back up. Take the hands together. So last night we did this. We're just going to practice it once again. It's good for your brain. So as you steeplechase the fingertips together, switch the hands so you cross them over, clasp them together, draw them down. We're just doing a wrist stretch. So maybe you're on your computer or your handheld phone today. Inhale, coming up, squeeze the arms together so you're squeezing the temples, and then draw the hands forward so we're getting a nice, good stretch in the shoulders. Inhale, coming up, we're taking the navel back toward the spine, coming back down again, and then come up, switch it out. So take your hands out and then switch it. So here we are, clasp the hands together. We're using our brain to, and then come on down. Inhale, come up, exhale, draw the arms out. Just stretching here. So now come over toward the left side and then the right side. We're stretching because we're going to be using these muscle groups in just a minute. Draw the arms up, reach up and extend, and then take that right arm down. Inhale. So we're pushing down, reaching down with that right hand. Take a circle of that left wrist. Hug the right elbow in, and then let's head over to the right side. Good deep inhale. Come on up. Exhale down left arm. We're down with that left hand, rise with the right arm so you feel the extension on the right side of the body. Let's head over to the left side. Wonderful stretching. And then come back up as we reach up and extend and exhale down. Just roll the shoulders back and then forward. So we're grabbing our weights. Tonight I'm just going to be using low weights. That's what I could travel with. You can use upper weights, so high weights or low weights. And when we start, we're going to be starting seated. So you're going to get some of the seated, some of it in tabletop, some of it standing, and then some of it on the ground. So we're going to get a really good workout today. I want you to take a moment though, roll the shoulders back, hug the elbows into the body, and that is your alignment. Start to engage the core as you take the navel back toward the spine, and then we're going to come up and down. So we're almost like you're dragging. This is a wonderful time to use your high weight because we're doing these curls. The body is upright. You're following your breath. We're arriving in this moment, sitting proprioceptively here on our mats in Sukhasana or in your chair, or maybe you're in a different shape. And we're breathing. with gratitude that we're able to come to our mats today, to move, to breathe together. We never take that for granted. Start to alternate and alternate. And let's go for 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Draw the arms up like chicken wings, and then we're punching up for 3, 2, 1. Just a little stretch, and then come down. Punch it up, and then punch for 3, 2, 1. Engage your core, go over to the right side. We're just stretching. And then come down. I'm gonna let somebody else in. Come up and punch for 3, 2, 1. And then over to the other side for 3, 2, 1. Let's go again. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. So now remember, you can take your low or high weights. I just have one set, so this is what I'm using. Here we go, we're curling out. Now roll the shoulders back and extend. So just like we were doing when we were stretching, now curl it in. Add to that, take the navel back toward the spine, so you're using your core. Maybe you're even engaging your pelvic floor, so with your breath, you start to squeeze on the exhale. So that gives you a little more of a nuance to what you're doing rather than just robotically doing this motion, especially if you have a low weight. Our mind can start to wander. We're staying present with our practice, really focusing on the muscle group that we're working. And we're breathing, and we're doing this together. Best part. And we're going to go for 6 more. 5, 4. If you start to get fatigued, 3, then just stop, come down, and then come back. 2 and 1. Drop the elbows down. We're going to punch and cross, and cross, and cross. And then over the other side. 2 and 3. So as you get used to that motion, see what's happening in your core. Are you just letting it hang, or are you taking your navel back toward your spine so that you're really using the muscle group as you're making that motion with the upper body? As we start to do this, we learn that the core is powering what we're doing so that we're able to make those motions. And then in our everyday life, maybe we notice that as we're standing in the grocery line or we're sitting at our computer, just noticing what comes up. This is where it kind of starts on our mats. And we've kind of noticed that together as we've been practicing for these last 27 days. Last set. And finish it off. And come down. Drop the weights just for a minute. We're stretching. Reach up and extend, both arms coming up. Clasp the fingertips together. Steeplechase them up toward the ceiling. Like you're going to paint a circle on the ceiling. We're stretching. And as you're moving your body and feeling that motion of revolution, just feeling the lower back, feeling a nice stretch in the upper arms, and making that connection with your breath, because we're just doing this very simple sort of motion. And as you bring the fingertips down, are you able to sense what's happening in your core, or maybe coming back? And then we're steeplechasing, heading up, didn't drop that right arm down. One more stretch as we take a circle that left wrist, head over to the right side. See how far over you can go. And remember, you can always drop a forearm and go even farther down if you wanted to. This is your practice. Reach up and extend. You can do any sort of modification you want. Left hand down, and then if you want, draw that left arm down and forearm down for a deeper stretch, if you want. Come on up, reach up and extend, and then exhale down. Roll the shoulders back. and forward. Drop your weights again. So just like we were doing when we were doing that extension, first started off with the W. Roll the shoulders back so that you open up the chest. We're finding alignment here. Then come out. You're holding the weights vertically and we're coming up and down. So small, tiny pulses, and we're going to drop that tempo so that we're going up and down. And here we go for 8, 7, 6. Broaden the chest, take the shoulder blades together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that extension, draw the hands together. And come out. Draw it together. Remember, you can drop the weights and go high or just have nothing and come together. We're going 3 more. And 2, bring your navel back toward your spine. Remember your breath. And 1. As you come out, weights come up so that they're sitting in your hands, and you're going to come up and then down. And then up and then down. And we're going for 6, 5, 4, breathe, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, roll the shoulders back. Ooh, you should be feeling that. And forward, grab your weights. We're doing straight arm raises. So the hands are right in front of us. We're going up, 2, 3. Switch it. Up, 2, and 3. Switch. Up. Engage your core. 2, 3. Up. 2, 3. Doing 3 more sets. Breathing. Switch. 2, 3. I hope everybody had a great day today. Switch it. Last one. You got this. We're going to roll over onto our tabletop in just a moment. Last set. So we can do some more. All right, drop it. Great job. Roll the shoulders back here. Take the hands, clasp them behind you if you want, or grab your forearms. We're just stretching here. So we're opening up the chest. Maybe you feel a nice stretch in the chest. Maybe you feel it in the shoulder capsules. You can take your chin down toward your chest. Shake your head. No, in a pendulum sort of way if you want to, and it feels okay on your cervical spine. Take yourself back to the midline. Look up with gratitude and shake your head no, just so you can feel the back of your skull. It might sound kind of crunchy. It's okay. And then come back. Release that bind, and let's come over into tabletop. This is a good time to pad your knees if you need it. Have your blocks up at the top of your mat. We will be using 1 block. And if you don't have blocks tonight, that's okay also. Grab your weights. And let's come in. First, we're going to do a few cat-cow. So we're starting off in tabletop, coming into cat-cow. So our hands are starfished in front of us and our knees are about hip-width distance apart. We're going to start off by drawing the chest down as we sway the back. Take a little sway from the left side to the right side. And now keep yourself back in neutral, and let's start to round the back. Tense your fingertips like you're going to play the piano on this first one. And again, just sway a little bit from side to side. So we're just sensing what's happening in the hips. And then pad the hands back. Inhale, we're going to go 1 breath. Exhale to round. Inhale to sway. And exhale to round. Good deep inhale. And an exhale. Last one. And round. Coming into child's pose or puppy pose. So child's pose is taking our knees out toward the edges of the mat, sinking our buttocks back toward our heels. Our arms come down and we start to lengthen. If that doesn't work with your body shape, come into a different shape. Knees are hip width distance apart, and we start to take the arms long and take the head down to the mat. For all of us, let the forearms be off of the mat. We're stretching here. We want to have a good stretch in the shoulders and really feel that wonderful sensation of maybe the neck muscles. If you bring your head down toward the floor, feeling that engaged stretch. We're going to walk our hands over toward the right side of our mat as we reach longest with our left pinky finger. Good deep inhale. Again, on the exhale, if you want, you can engage your core and tighten up the pelvic floor. Or if you're somebody that needs to loosen the pelvic floor on that exhale, you can loosen. So do that. But that always gives you an opportunity to get in touch with your pelvic floor, which is really important for us, for all of us, men and women as we age. Come over to your left side. Reach longest with your right pinky finger. Reach and extend. Make your engagement or loosen. And then come back to your midline and back onto tabletop. Knees again are about hip width distance apart. So we're grabbing our low weight. I'm going to have my hand on a block. So my left hand will be on the block, right hand's going to be with that weight. That gives me a little bit of height. So you can be with your hand down on the mat also. We're hugging that elbow into the body. So the motion is almost like you're pulling, starting a lawnmower. That's what I like to liken that in your mind's eye. And so we're going to pull that up, or you're lifting up a bag. And so let's go. 4, 6, 5, 4. Engage your core. Take your navel back toward your spine. 3, 2, and 1. Come back up again. Hold it. Tuck that elbow in, and now bring that weight backwards. Hold that here. Let's pulse for 6, 5, 4. Take your navel back to your spine and breathe. 3, 2, 1. We're going for 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Curl it in. Keep it at that level, and then come back out. Curl it in. We're going for 6. And out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. We're switching it out. So you're going right over to the other side. I'm going to just switch my direction. Right hand to the block, left hand to the weight. Hug that left elbow in and come up. So we're just picking up that bag, imaginary bag, and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kick it out and hold it. Now pause for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl it up and drop it back. Curl it up, bring it back. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Drop the weight. Come off of your hands. Reach up and extend. So here we are on our knees, inhaling. As we exhale, right arm's coming down. Just take a circle of that left wrist. Reach up and extend so we find length. Engage your core. And then also tuck your tailbone under. Engage your buttocks muscles. Then come over for that stretch. That really enhances what you're doing. Come on up. Reach up and extend. Drop that left arm down. Take a circle of that right wrist. As you reach and lengthen, start to tuck the tailbone under. So what am I doing? I'm tucking under, lengthening, then I'm heading over. So now you get a deeper stretch and you get a supported stretch. So you're really using the core strength, but also using glutes and hamstrings. Come on up, reach up and extend. Exhale out halfway, W shape those arms, reach and extend. And then draw the arms in, let the back come toward the back of the room. Inhale. Exhale. As you exhale, navel back to the spine. Inhaling. And exhale. Good deep inhale. And exhale. Last one, as you inhale. And exhale. Just roll the shoulders back. And forward. Now we're coming into our 2-minute plank. So let's set ourselves up. Remember, you can drop a knee down. Don't have to do all of it. You can do all of it. You can do all of it. All right, so let me set ourselves up and then I'm going to set you up for success. Okay, so we've either been coming in straight arm planks or we've been coming in forearm. How we set ourselves up. We start off by holding our elbows with our hands, and then we bring our arms out in front of us. This gives us our personal shoulder width apart. We want our elbows right underneath our shoulders. So you're gonna hug the elbows into the midline if you're here or here, okay? So here we are. So I wanna make sure that we're practicing safely. I'm gonna come into a straight arm plank for myself today. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. And then I'll also guide you as we go. So let's get started. Find your shoulder width, draw one knee up and then the other. For all of us, whether you're in forearm plank or you're in your straight arm plank, start off with your butt high, which is not correct. Now tuck the tailbone under, so now you're using your core, then bring yourself down toward the floor. So now you're parallel with the floor. We're hollowing out the belly. So take a look back at your feet and splay your toes out. Take a good deep inhale in and then exhale out. We're pushing away from the floor. Maybe if you're on straight arm plank, you're starting to shift your weight slightly forward onto the ball of the feet. And we're continuing our breath. Our fingertips are splayed out. Again, if you start to feel like you're faltering a little bit, bring your butt up just to start. Then tuck the tailbone under, engage your core, squeeze the butt cheeks together, and then shift the weight slightly forward. You're past a minute now. You've got this. And we're breathing here. Breathing in and breathing out. And if you start to get bored, remember you can take one foot up and hold it for a minute. That'll give you something to do. And then take one foot up and hold it. Breathe here. And you're already a minute and a half done. We're almost there. Push away from the floor. And then let's take some cleansing breaths together. Good deep breath in. Exhale out. Another good deep inhale in. Engage your core. Exhale out. Another good deep inhale in. Exhale out. Push away from the floor. You got this. And we're done. Great job. Come all the way down to the floor, onto your belly. Wonderful job. Take the elbows out to the side. You're going to place your forehead on the mat. And just take a quick rest here. But we're not really resting because we've got our shoelaces part of the feet on the mat. And we're going to take our left foot off the mat. So you're resting your upper body, but we're going to work the lower one while the upper one rests. And we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, breathe, 6, you did it, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that left knee and flex the left foot. Keep the knee in line with the midline, and then pull, come up and hold it for 6, 5, squeeze that left butt cheek, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now kick it out. Pulse up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee and pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Hopefully you're really feeling that. Right foot comes up immediately. We're pulsing for 10, 9, 8. Your head's down on the mat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that right knee. Keep that right kneecap up. Hold it for 6. Squeeze your buttock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick it out and pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee and pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Let everything relax. Just shimmy the hips a little bit from side to side. Take those starfish hands in front of you and fan them. Bring them right underneath your shoulder heads. Take your elbows into your midline. So you're hugging it in and we're just stretching. We're pushing the body up into upward facing dog. I'm going to let somebody else in. Take a good deep inhale in and an exhale out. We're pushing up, just stretching here. And now slowly coming back into tabletop, we're going to push ourselves back into either child's pose or puppy pose. So we're just coming all the way backwards, just for a nice stretch as we breathe in and breathe out. From here, we're going to be coming into some of our standing postures with our weights. And we'll be moving upward and then we'll come back down to our mats for stretching. Take another good breath in and out. This is your rest. And then we're going to come back to tabletop. Take your one weight into the right corner of your mat. And then if you want, you can have your left hand on a block or you don't have to, your choice. We're going to take our left foot out just to start. We're going to stretch first. So both hands on the mat. We're just kind of setting you up for the next posture. So we're just stretching here first. Come up onto the ball of the foot and the shoelace is part of the foot as you bend the toes. And then push back again on that left calf. Left heel's going over to the left side of the mat. We're stretching here. Our right hand's going to come off of the mat and onto our hip. And we're just going to hinge into that left hip for a stretch. Come off of that onto the ball of that left foot. Pad that right hand. We're going to kickstand out that right foot. And we're going to pad the left foot. Reach up and extend with that left hand. Good deep inhale here. And then we're going to exhale and stretch over. So we're just making one nice long line from left fingertips all the way down to that left foot. Squeeze your left buttock. Open up that left arm. And now windmill it over and down. We're going to go right over to the other side. Back into hip width distance. And we're going to take that right foot out for a stretch. Take it long and start to stretch that left calf. Come up onto the ball of that right foot. Sorry, I said right, left, but I meant right. And then we're going to go into the shoelaces part of that right foot, just bending the toes. Right heel's going to come back onto that ball, that right foot, and then we're going to take the right foot over toward the right side of the mat, come off of your left hand, and we're going to hinge into that right hip. We're just stretching here. Feeling that wonderful iliotibial band stretch. Come back onto the ball of that right foot, pad your left hand, kickstand out that left knee, pad your right foot. We're coming into side angle. Reach up and extend with that right arm as we rise. Go deep inhale, open up. If you're going to open up and take a big hug for someone. Take that right arm up and over the body. One nice long line. Reach and extend, feel the outer edge of that right foot. And then windmill the arms over and down. We're coming back into table. Have your right weight, your weight at the top of the mat on the right side, left foot's coming out. We're gonna have the left hand padded. We're coming into bird dog. So either the shoelaces part of that right foot can be on the mat, or you can tuck the toes of that right foot under your choice. Take the left foot off the mat to start. So just the left foot. Take the feet, the toes down toward the mat so you find some alignment, so you're not hiked up. You might need to broaden your stance with that left hand so you have a wider base. And then we're going to take that right hand and weight up. The weight can be vertical, so you're just holding it. And now reach and extend. And now let's pulse for 6, 5, 4. Take your navel back toward your spine. You're breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Reach and extend. Inhale. On the exhale, you're taking elbow and knee in together. And then inhale to lengthen. And exhale, bring it in. And now let's go for 6. And 5. 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Bring it down. We're going to switch it right over to the other side. So left hand to the left weight in the corner, and we're going to bring that right foot out. So push back first, then lift that right leg up, hip height. You're going to drop the toes down so you find that alignment. You're not hiked up with that leg. You're finding alignment as you drop that right hip point down, that right front psoas muscle. So now you're engaging right buttock and hamstring. Left hand comes to the weight. You can widen your stance with your right hand so you have some strength and stability with that side arm. And then lift that left arm up. Here we are in the bird dog on the other side. Neck is long. You're looking down at the mat. And you're finding your breath here. And let's pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And then bring it down. Great job. Now we're coming into downward facing dog. If downward facing dog is not in your practice, then meet us up into Tadasana in our mountain pose, just standing at the top of your mat. I'll guide you once we get there. If downward facing dog is in your practice, have your hands at shoulder width apart, knees shoulder width apart, tuck the toes under, and then slowly start to draw the hips up. We're going to have our knees bent just to start so that you can honor your hamstrings. And then as you're ready, you could take your feet 1 footprint behind you or hands 1 handprint in front of you and widen that inverted V, and then start to pedal the feet, taking one heel down and then the other. Notice for a minute, are you dumping all the weight into the heel of your hand? So start to draw some weight to the forefinger and thumb, and then you can start to play a little bit on your mat from there. Again, making that connection of mind, body, and breath. For those who are in downward facing dog, inhale, lift your left leg up. Again, just like we were doing in our bird dog, let the toes be down. So let that pinky toe be down. Point and flex that left foot. Circle that left ankle. Evenly distribute the weight from left hand to right hand. Draw that left knee in toward your nose, and then kick it back up again slowly. Draw it in toward your nose, and then kick it back up slowly. Here's our day 27, something different. Drop that left leg down, and let's go right over to the other side. Inhale, right leg comes up. Point and flex your right foot, let the toes come down toward the mat. Draw that right knee in toward your nose. And then kick it back up slowly. Draw it in. And then kick it back up slowly. Great job. Take that right foot down. We're gonna walk our feet toward our hands. Inhale to a half lift, hands to the shins, flat back. Good deep inhale here. Exhale to forward fold. As you forward fold, slowly roll the body up. As you inhale, inhaling with arms overhead, and exhaling hands to prayer. Here we all should be meeting together, dropping our hands down. We're in Tadasana. Now let's set ourselves up for the correct Tadasana, right? So our feet are hip width distance apart. And as I've been cueing you, first start off by sticking the butt out, gentle bend in the knee. Now tuck the tailbone under so you're engaging your buttocks and hamstrings muscles. Start to draw the chest forward without locking your knees in. Have the arms down beside you. So we're being very deliberate in this first one, but that kind of sets you up for success. Roll the shoulders back, shine the heart forward, take a look toward the front part of the room. And feel yourself as you grow your body up a little bit taller. So sense the feet make contact with the mat. Notice if you start to bring a lot of weight to the outer edges of your feet, or are you able to, or maybe you have them on the inside edges of your feet. So you're just being conscious of how you're planting your feet in this very simple kind of upright posture. But we all know that it's not simple, right? We're lucky that we were able to be upright and standing here on our mats. Inhale as we rise, reach up and extend. Exhale, hands to prayer. We're going to find weight in that left foot. Now you can either toe your foot or today draw that knee up to hip height. We're pausing here for a moment. Fan the toes of that left foot out. Engage that left buttock muscle. You feel the strength and stability of that standing leg. Flex your right foot and now kick it out and hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Draw the left knee, right knee up again, sorry. And then we're just going to kick that right foot out without touching it down tonight. Let the toes fall down toward the mat so that right hip point comes down. And we're balancing here in this kind of modified warrior 3 posture. And then we're going to touch down coming into warrior 1. Reach up and extend, both arms coming up. So just slow and deliberate movements. We have a forward facing position. Our back foot's at 45 degrees. Inhaling in, so sink into that left knee, let it track into the midline. Exhaling, as we push off, right foot's going to come to meet the left. So we're going through a warrior 1. We're going to add weights in just a minute. Inhaling in and exhaling in Tadasana. Again, roll the shoulders back. Tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the buttocks and grow the body up a little bit taller. Weight in that right foot. Inhaling with arms overhead. And as you exhale, draw that left knee up or toe touch that left foot. Fan the toes of that right foot up. Engage and draw the right leg up. Flex your left foot and then kick out that left foot and hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Draw the left knee back in and then we're kicking it back and holding it for 3, 2, and 1. We're engaging that left leg, then touching down gently. Reach up for warrior 1, rise up, inhaling. As we exhale, push off, the left foot comes to meet the right, inhaling. And exhaling into Tadasana, grab your weights. Let's go again with weight. Only going to do a couple because we're going to be making our way down to do some stretching. So stand in your Tadasana, feet planted, roll the shoulders back, tuck the tailbone, find your mountain pose. Take a good breath in and an exhale out. Inhale to rise, reach and extend. Exhale, hands to prayer with your weight, right knee's coming up. Inhale, we're going to go a little bit faster. Exhale, kick out right foot. Inhale, draw it back. Exhale, kick it back. Inhale. And exhale, touch down, reach up. Here we are, cactus arm the arms. As we inhale in, I'm going to face you. And then let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach up. Good deep inhale. Exhale halfway. And then come on down. Roll the shoulders back. Left hand to your top of thigh. Start to lean forward. And just like we were doing when we were on our hands and knees, we're hugging that elbow in, and then we're lifting up. But this time, we're going to go straight back. Curl it in and go straight back. And we're going for 8, 7, 6, 5. Engage your core. 3, 2, 1. Draw the body up, reach up, and drop that right arm down. Straighten out that left leg. We're just stretching. Flex the left foot. Tiny back bend. Find your breath. Come back to your warrior 1 with your weights. Inhale. And on the exhale, push off with the right foot to meet the left. Let's go over to the other side. Inhaling in. Exhaling into Tadasana. Inhaling to rise, reach and extend. Exhaling, hands to prayer, left knees coming up. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, kick out. Inhale, come back. Exhale, touch back. Inhale. Exhale, touch it down. Reach up. And breathe. Come back to cactus and let's go for 10. 9. 8. Squeeze your left buttock. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Arms down. Weight to that right leg. Start to lean forward. Engage your core. Draw the left elbow up. Hug it into the body, and then let's come back out and bring it in. And we're going for 10. 9. 8. It's kind of a modified version of a humble warrior, right? 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Great job. Come up, reach up, inhale. On the exhale, push up. Left foot comes to meet the right. Good deep inhale. And then exhale into Tadasana. Drop your weights. We're going to stretch and then come down and do a little bit more on the floor. Reach up. Good deep inhale. Exhale down your right arm. Inhale as we rise. Exhale, head over. To the right side, we're just stretching. Take that left arm slightly forward so you feel like you're going to throw a ball over toward the room, front of the room. Come on up. We're just stretching, inhaling, and then exhale down left. Take a circle that right wrist. Let's head over to the left side. Come on up and down. Hands come back behind us, just like we did when we were seated. We're just stretching here. So you can be here, or you can catch your forearms and be here. We're just opening up the chest no matter how you are. If you want to add to that while you're here, you could take your right foot up and then down and your left foot up, just focusing on balance and a little bit of movement here. Remember, you're needing to use your core to do this as well. And you can always add to it if you felt bored. And just playing around. Again, we talked about yogi playtime last night. So here's your yogi playtime. Just adding to your practice since we're being silly on our day 27. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, as we forward fold, we're coming down to our mats. Inhale to a half lift. And exhale, come all the way down. Great job. Have your weights on the floor. I'm going to do a little bit more and do a little bit with our bridge posture, and then we will go into Shavasana and our final meditation by Dr. Jeff Zahn. So finding our heels with our fingertips, knees are hip width distance apart. We have that natural S curve naturally in our backs to start to flatten that lower back into the mat. We're going to do a couple abs today. We're taking our left foot up. We did this, I think, yesterday or the day before yesterday. Our hands are right behind us. Left hand is down, and then we're coming up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, take a breath in and a breath out. That's your rest. On the inhale, we're exhaling and then pulsing for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Left foot comes down, right foot comes up. Hands come behind that left side of the head. Right hand is down on the floor. Go deep inhale. So we're flattening that lower back and we're curving, scooping the tailbone up and under like a scorpion's tail. And let's go for 6, 5. That way you're engaging your core. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Good breath in. Exhale, come up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Both feet up. We're just stretching. Point and flex your feet. Point and flex. Take your feet toward the crown of the head. So we're just getting a little nice stretch in the back of the hamstring. And come back. You're still using your core strength to draw it up. And then come back. One more time. And then back. Bring it down. Grab your weights. This is our last kind of set. We're hugging those elbows into the body. We're only doing it like a bench press. So this is a great opportunity to take your high weight, not your low weight, but you can decide what you want to do. Let's press up and pulse for 6, 5. Going slow, like you're going to drag your hands through water or sand, punching. 3, 2, 1. Now a bigger rep. Go down and then push up. Go down and push up. Bring it down, push up, and go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Tuck your tailbone so you're scooping that lower back into the mat. And 1. Bring the weights down. We're curling up. So hug the elbows into the body. Curl it up. So biceps. Scoop that tailbone so you're using your core strength, not just letting the abdomen stay flat as you're moving your arms. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your weights. Bring your arms overhead. Bring the legs long. Clasp the fingertips together. And then walk your feet and hands over toward the right side of the mat. Or you could gently grasp your left wrist with your right hand and then create a deeper shape, lengthening the body. Come back to your midline and then walk the feet and hands over to the left side of the mat. You could gently grasp your right wrist with your left hand, reach and lengthen. And then come back to the midline. We're taking our right knee in toward the chest for stretching. Take a circle of that right ankle. Right knee is going to come across the body. And we're going to cactus arm that right arm tonight. Take a glance over toward that right elbow. That opportunity now to take that belly breath. Let it expand on the inhale. And then on the exhale, the navel back toward the spine as you engage your core. And maybe even your pelvic floor tonight. Breathing here. This is a wonderful twist for your digestive system. Right knee's coming back into hug in toward the body, and then let's switch it out. Left knee comes in, right leg is long. Take a circle of that left ankle. Sweep the left knee across the body to the right side of the mat, and cactus arm that left arm. Gaze goes toward that left elbow. Breathing into tight spaces that you might feel. As you exhale, remember you can engage pelvic floor and abdomen. Breathe here. One more good breath in and out. Draw both knees into the chest. Take a little rock back and forth from side to side. And bring the legs long. We're coming into Shavasana. So find your way with your legs long. You can take the feet toward the edges of the mat. Have something underneath your head if you want to put that there. Palms up. Take a good breath in and out as you melt into the mat with your breath. Eyes are closed. And then we're softening our attention to the words as we come into our final rest together. On this day 27, wonderful job with our upper bodies. Give yourself a quick body scan, starting from the crown of your head down to your toes, just noticing if you're holding any tension, gripping in any parts of the body. So starting with the crown of the head, as you breathe in and out, are you noticing any tension in the jaw, allowing some release in the jaw? And moving down to the neck and shoulders. As you breathe in and out, just allowing the shoulders to come away from the ears. Softening the chest, softening the abdomen with your breath. Allowing the buttocks and hips to soften. Thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and feet. And then softening your attention to the words on choosing happiness from the Perspectivist Handbook by Dr. Jet Zahn. Dear friend, writes about practical perspectivism. This is both a philosophical construct and also a simple guide to living. It's a culmination and a fulfillment of a line of thinking that's sought to ease our human condition and make our passing through this world more fluid, happier, more joyful. It's all possible. Happiness is inside of us. We just need to know where to find it, how to cultivate it, how to sustain it, how to regain it when we lose touch with it. It helps us stay healthier, and it makes us better humans in general. Happiness is something pretty much every single one of us can have more of. You simply have to want it, believing that you can achieve it, and then be willing to exercise command over your own mind with the choices that you make. And isn't that something that we all want to have in the first place? Something that's essential to our freedom, to be masters of our own minds. Self-control and self-awareness. It's the hardest part. But here's a promise. Every bit of the work that you put in, that challenge can bring you personal happiness. Working on your own self-control and self-awareness. Being here right here, right now. It enhances your productiveness, your efficiency. It improves your friendships, much more. All of which will positively bring you increased happiness. If being healthy makes us happier, and happiness makes us healthier, and helps us live longer and more productive lives, and makes us more pleasant to be around, and it creates this environment in which others can more easily attain happiness, then choosing happiness seems like a reasonable and perhaps important pursuit after all. And while the first three justifications are meaningful to us individually, the latter reasons add a moral imperative to looking after our own happiness. Remembering it starts with us first, right? And then it ripples and transmits out to everyone that we touch. It may be very well the best thing that you can do for others is to start with yourself. Being a model of happiness gives others hope that they too can be happier. Establishing yourself as a reliable base of happiness provides others with the surety that they can find it also in a world where happiness is allowed and encouraged and accepted, and one in which they may be happy as well. A happy world is a peaceful world, a nurturing and supportive world. In short, a humanist world of mutual respect. So taking care of your own happiness is one of the most satisfying and gratifying ways to make our world a better place. The Beatles opened our minds to the lyrics, and in the end, the love you take is equal to the love that you make. So does practical perspectivism. It opens our minds to happily journeying through this one run that we've been granted. So grateful for that. Life. Accept responsibility for your actions and thoughts. Believe that you can change them and do it. You get to choose. You choose your thoughts, your actions, your life. And you choose happiness. Slowly make some movement to your fingers and to your toes. Start to wake the body back up and roll yourself over to your right or to your left side as you cradle your head in your arm. Offer up a little loving kindness to yourself. And then make your way up to a comfortable seat with your eyes closed and your gaze soft. Sit the body up tall to feel the effects of the practice together. And tonight, as we started in our practice, just finishing off with taking one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. Take a good breath in and let the chest expand. Gratitude for this breath. By living with kindness, we welcome kindness into our lives. And by being peaceful, we create peace in every experience. And by leading with love, our world becomes love. And it starts with us. Take an inhale in. And as an exhale, let's bow together and share the word namaste. I thank you so much for sharing this day 27 with me. Great job, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow night for our last practice together, day 28. And I hope you have a good night. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so